In this video, I'm going to teach you my bulletproof YouTube scripting formula, but I'm actually going to use it on you first. Are you ready? All right, look at my script. The title, thumbnail, and hook of a YouTube video are absolutely everything. The title and thumbnail are how you get people to actually click on your video, and the hook is the only way you're going to get them to stay, and you need both of those things to happen for YouTube to start ranking your videos. So how do you actually script this? Well, in this video, I'm going to break down step by step how to script a bulletproof YouTube video in full so that you don't have to come up with this stuff yourself. You can just use my proven formula. Now, I have coached hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of real estate agents on how to do this. I even have clients who have helped build successful YouTube channels who are in their 60s. So anyone can do this. You just have to follow the formula. Now, if you stay to the end of the video, I'm actually going to give away my full scripting package for YouTube. So even though I'm going to teach you how to do all this, I'm actually going to do it for you. So stay to the end and I'll make sure you get a copy of that. Now, if you want to work with me on a more one-on-one basis, you can go to agentlaunch.com, click schedule, book a call with us, and you can learn more about what we do and see if there's an opportunity to work together. But without further ado, let's dive into how to actually script a bulletproof YouTube video. The first thing you're going to have to do is understand how to get people to your video in the first place, which is all about titles and thumbnails, which I kind of mentioned already. People really underestimate, in my experience, the importance of a good title and a good thumbnail. Titles and thumbnails should be keyword researched. You should actually look at other competitors in other markets and see what videos actually took off. That'll give you a good indicator of what keywords people are actually searching for on YouTube. That's the first step, is to come up with a really compelling title. Use capitalized letters. You don't want to repeat yourself. How to make a bulletproof YouTube video script can be your title, which is the title of this video. The thumbnail would say something like, "Don't make this mistake," right? You want them to actually complement each other. You do not want them to fully repeat each other. That is one of the cardinal sins of YouTube. If you look at any of the big YouTubers, they are not doing this. You want the thumbnail to actually have a catchy hook, like "don't do this," or something that complements the actual title of the video. So that's how you're going to increase your click-through rate. Your click-through rate is a ratio of how many times YouTube shows your video in the explore feature on the homepage, in the recommended videos, or in the search result, and how many people click on it for every 100 views. A decent click-through rate is like 5 to 10% of people that actually see your thumbnail and they click on it. That's how you actually get people to the video. Now, how do you script out your video? Well, let's talk about what I just used on you, which is the HOT, or the hot video formula. So this is hook, outcome, testimonial. So let me break this down for you. The first thing you want to say when you start a video is you want to hook them in with a bold statement. So what did I do in the beginning of this video? I literally have my script in front of me down at my computer. One of the things you can do when you're filming videos is if you have like a brain fart, let's say, and you don't know what your next word is, pause, look down at your script, get your wits about you, look back up at the camera, and then keep going, and your editor can cut that out and it'll actually feel natural. So this is how YouTubers actually operate, and once you get really good, you won't really have to do that. But I always recommend scripting out at least your hook. That's what you need to put the most emphasis on. Mr. Beast came out and said this. He's like, I put almost as much time into the title and thumbnail and hook as I do the rest of the video, because it's just that important. So the HOT formula, hook them in with a bold statement. What did I do at the beginning of this video? In this video, I'm going to teach you my bulletproof YouTube scripting formula, but I'm actually going to use it on you first. Are you ready? So now the first thing I said is what? The title, thumbnail, and hook of a YouTube video are absolutely everything. Bold statement. You want to hook people in with an actual bold statement. Then I would follow up with that. The title and thumbnail are how you get people to actually click on your video, and the hook is the only way you're going to get them to stay, and you need both of those things to happen for YouTube to start ranking your videos. So the HOT formula is hook, outcome, testimonial. So the next step is outcome. What are they going to get out of this video? So I say, well, in this video, I'm going to break down step by step how to script a bulletproof YouTube video in full so that you don't have to come up with this stuff yourself. You can just use my proven formula. So that's telling them what you're actually going to give them in this video content. The T is the testimonial. Why should someone listen to you? Now, I have coached hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of real estate agents on how to do this. I even have clients who have helped build successful YouTube channels who are in their 60s. So anyone can do this. You just have to follow the formula. All of this is true. I have clients in their 60s who've built pretty successful YouTube channels, and I find that really fulfilling. So that is your hook, outcome, testimonial. And the last part you can do is a call to action and a bonus. So you never want to miss your call to action, but you don't want to make your call to action too strong. This is another cardinal sin people make, is they say, hey, if you want to work with me, go to agentlaunch.com, follow me on Twitter, follow follow me on Instagram, download my guide, subscribe, hit the bell, make a comment, like this video. It's just like, whoa, dude, way too much. So you need to simplify your call to action to be relevant to your video. My call to action is, now if you want to work with me on a more one-on-one basis, you can go to agentlaunch.com, click schedule, book a call with us, and you can learn more about what we do and see if there's an opportunity to work together. That's generally my call to action. Now, the thing you can add to a call to action is a bonus, which acts as almost another hook. So in the bonus of this video, I told you, now, if you stay to the end of the video, I'm actually going to give away my full scripting package for YouTube. So even though I'm going to teach you how to do all this, I'm actually going to do it for you. So stay to the end and I'll make sure you get a copy of that. This is all a formula and you want to replicate this for your own videos. You're basically bribing people to stay to the end because at the end of the day, watch time is everything with YouTube videos. The first thing you have to accomplish is getting people to click, which is your title and thumbnail. The second thing is to get people to stay, which is your hook, outcome, testimonial formula. And the third thing you need to accomplish is actually to get them to stay to the end, ideally. It's good if you can get people to stay just past the introduction. That's a good first step. You're always going to drop people off after the introduction. It's just inevitable. But you want to keep as many people as possible for as long as possible, which contributes to your watch time, which is essentially how YouTube can show more ads to people and therefore make more money. So they want their creators to keep people engaged in watching videos. And the next best thing you can do is actually send people to other videos of yours, which is a more advanced strategy on YouTube. Once you have a database of videos, you actually know what videos people might want to see that are relevant to this video. So I could say, hey, by the way, one of the things we do at Agent Launch is we work on Google Ads. I actually made a really great tutorial. You can click on it right here on how to actually run them for yourself. So if you click on this video and you start watching it, that's a great sign to YouTube's algorithm that you've kept people on the platform, you've kept them engaged, and that's how YouTube shows more ads and it shows YouTube that people are actually interested in your content, right? So naturally, that's how the algorithm tends to work. So after you get through a really solid title and thumbnail, you've made a really bold statement. You have told them what they're gonna get out of watching the video. You've told them why they should listen to you. This is the part some of my clients get hung up on, by the way, is why they should listen to you. Well, if you're not an experienced agent and you don't have a lot of clout, you can kind of phrase it in a way that'll make you sound that way. Like if you don't have a huge sales background, but you're trying to be a YouTuber in real estate, you can tell stories is a great way to give authority. So you can say, you know, one time I had this client and this happened. It just, on a subconscious level, it lets people know you're not totally green in this industry. You've actually done some work. If you're a very experienced agent, one of the things I would do, and I'll just give you guys an example. Like I'm from Vancouver originally. If I wanted to use the HOT formula for like a pros and cons of living in Vancouver video, which is a very popular type of video to make, it gets a lot of reach. You do something like this. Vancouver, it's known for its beautiful mountains, it's amazing skiing, it's greenery, being surrounded by water, and it's beautiful nature. So that's my hook. So that's my bold statement. The outcome comes next. In this video, I'm gonna walk you through 10 pros and 10 cons of what it's like to live in Vancouver, right? That's the outcome. The testimonial is why you should listen to me, which I would say, I've lived in Vancouver for 25 years and I've helped hundreds and hundreds of families actually make the move here. So I've seen the good, the bad, the ugly. I've seen what people like. I've seen what people don't like. I've seen the reasons people leave. I've seen the reasons people stay. And in this video, I'm gonna break down all of that for you. Then you could use your bribe. So you'd say like, if you stay to the end of this video, I'm actually gonna give you my definitive guide of relocating to Vancouver so you can make sure you don't make the same mistakes that I've had some of my clients make in the past. So if I give you this framework, it's like people are probably pretty sold on why you're the authority, you're the right person to listen to. They're certain they're gonna get something out of the video that they came for. If they're still here at that point, it's a good sign that your video, your content was relevant to what they wanna learn, right? Then you would move into your call to action. So you could be like, leave a comment to download my free relocation guide, or if you have some kind of other call to action, you can use that. Generally speaking, you could just use leave a comment if you have any questions about Vancouver, etc. But don't make it too many things in one video. Don't say like, subscribe, hit the bell, leave a comment. Like don't do that thing. Like get focused on what your one call to action is and make it relevant to that video. Like if you have a relocation guide, you probably want to position that actually in the first part of the video. So this is how I would phrase it. And by the way, everyone, I'm going to go into a lot of detail in this video, so stay tuned. But if you want a more detailed guide, I've actually put together a really comprehensive PDF. Just leave a comment below. I will make sure I will send you a copy of that. That's what I would say is your call to action in the beginning. Like if you have a lead magnet, that is one of the best call to action actions. So I have a lot of different lead magnets that are relevant to each different video. So like for this one, I'll say, hey everyone, leave a comment. I'll get you a copy of my YouTube launch package. I have a lead generation masterclass. I have an SEO guide. I have a PPC cheat sheet. I have a few things that I tend to give away that are relevant to my service offering, that are relevant to you probably if you're watching this video. Lead magnets take a little bit more work because you actually need like a landing page and you need to have some automations and we build this for our clients in some cases. You build a landing page where people can opt in, that connects to your CRM sends them the resource, so it's all automated. Basically, I'll be very honest with you guys. If you download my guide, it literally will just send you an auto email with that guide. We're not doing that one-on-one. That's not what most people would do. You want to automate this stuff as much as possible. The reason I'm focusing so much on this part is because this is the relevant piece. All you need for a body of a video, you can script it out. You can use Teleprompter Pro or Big View or one of these like teleprompter apps. You can definitely do that. But what you want to do is just bullet point your body. So if you say you make a video about the 5 pros and 5 cons of living in Vancouver, I would literally just write out 5 pros and 5 cons. And then I would just look at my script and I'd go through those 5 pros and those 5 cons. Like this video, to be honest right now, I'm not scripting the body very much. Some of my clients like to actually script the whole video. Like it takes a lot more time. They use their phone and they actually read off a script. You can do that if you're not comfortable. Once you get comfortable, it'll be a little easier to work off bullet points. But what I find with my clients is everyone's pretty good about talking about the body of the video. Where everyone struggles is the title, thumbnail, hook, call to action, outro. That's where people struggle. You can talk about the pros and cons of your city. It's almost like once you get past the first part, it's like, okay, first con of Vancouver is the rain. It just rains so much here. It's gloomy all the time, blah, 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 whatever you want to say. The pros, oh, it's super green because it rains so much. You know, you just flip the switch and you go back and forth. Like most people can talk about their city comfortably if they have bullet points. You need to focus on the title, thumbnail, hook, outro, testimonial, call to action, maybe a bribe. You can also just stick to your guns and say, hey, at the beginning of the video, download our relocation guide. At the end of the video in the outro, download our relocation guide. Now, in some cases, it's worth having a call to action in the middle of the video. Generally, I recommend that if your video is 10 minutes or longer. If your video is shorter than 10 minutes, just keep a really strong call to action at the beginning of the video. You can maybe reference that at some point very lightly, but don't do the big pause. By the way, guys, I'm a realtor in Vancouver, and if you want to buy or sell real estate, make sure you give me a call, send me an email, like this video. Like, don't do that thing. That feels really disingenuous. At the end of the video, what most people do is they actually have an outro. But if you go to my videos or my clients' videos, that's how you want to end your video. You want your actual picture of the video to shrink up into a smaller area, and you want your other recommended videos and your subscribe to your channel thing pop up. This is called an end screen in YouTube. So you talk straight to the end of your video. Don't leave like a 15-second like outro little music thing at the end of your video. That's just going to encourage people to leave when that happens, and then that reduces the amount of people that actually finish your video 100%. The more people that finish your video 100% or closer to it, the better it is for the algorithms. You don't actually want to do that. One of the biggest mistakes I see people make is they make this huge introduction. It's like this little animated introduction with music and all this other stuff. You don't want to do that. That is where people are going to drop off your video. So you want to just keep talking, using a lot of like B-roll, engagement, music, jump cuts, lower thirds, all of this kind of stuff that you're probably seeing right now that my editing team is doing. That's how you're going to keep your videos engaging. Anyways, if you want to work with Agent Launch, check out our website, agentlaunch.com, and I'll see you in the next one.